Alrighty, we hit the mother load trifecta this weekend.
And we're going to dig into these and we're going to see which one is our favorite. We're back. I'm Brian.
I'm Debbie.
And we are the Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts. We're going to try each and every one of these today. And it is my job to control Deb because you know she likes to go rogue with her tasting.
These are all this year's expressions too, right?
Correct.
Okay.
10, 12, 14.
We hear there may be a 16 coming up next year.
We'll get into that. All right. So we're going to dig into the 10. Only the 10. Restrain yourself from jumping into the 12 and the 14.
Really nice.
All right. Do you want to just read a little bit about the 10 or do you want me to?
Well, I will. It's batch 4. So that's the 4th year they came out with it. MSRP is about 85. It's sitting at 97 proof. Mash bill, 80% corn, 12% barley, 8% rye.
And that's the same mash bill for all of these. So these should be pretty sweet since it's like high corn and low rye. And I'm swirling here. I don't know what you're doing.
Well, you didn't tell me I had to swirl.
We're
preventing me from going rogue.
we're going in on the 10 first. We're going to go low age statement to high age statement. Now, this one smells nice. Now, they are saying that this is the best 10 years since batch 1, that's the only one we don't have.
Well, somebody I'm sure we know has it. Give us a sample, try.
Oh, that smells so good.
I'm going in.
That smells so good.
I like the previous Jack Daniels too, so.
That is tasty, and it's got a nice little spice
one
at the end.
A little one,
Yeah.
low proof.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we're going to move on to the 12 now. All right, I'm swirling 12. 12 has been my favorite. Like, we got the previous 2 batches.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking this is going to be my jam more so than the 14. We'll find out.
Well, we don't know.
All right.
Sweeter.
Now, yeah, this nose is great. This is 107 proof, so they proofed this batch down to 107. This is batch number 3, and MSRP is 95. Now, we didn't get either of the... Well, the first one, we got good prices on these. No one's going to... Oh,
Yeah.
you liking this one, huh?
Yeah, I like that one.
Oh, the nose is just great.
The finish, not that much.
The elevated is...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I want to go back and blind these with the other 12s. And in the finish is I get a little oak and I get a little,
Cinnamon.
right here, a little pepper spice, right? But I definitely got to dig in. This is definitely better than this. And it always has been. I'm not saying the 10's bad.
Oh, 10's
It's
good
just the 12 is always my jam. All right. You know that we got to go right into that 14. All right. We're digging into 14, and this is the one that I can't tell you what I paid for it.
And MSRP is at 150. And it's the only cast strength out of the bunch coming in at 126. First time for 14. They say batch 1, so you know what that means.
Yeah, I got to get another one and save it. 126.3 proof. I am worried that this one is going to be too oaky and tannic. And because it says batch 1, that implies that there's going to be future batches. Otherwise, why label it batch 1, correct? You like that?
Yeah.
I thought for sure she wouldn't like it because, you... Okay.
Well, I'll tell you at the end what I think.
Okay. And they have
Initial
plans
cut.
for 16 and 21. We don't know when those are going to roll out. I'm going to dig in. Oh, the nose is just outrageous on this one. As the age progresses. And I don't think I wrote it. Did I write it? Oh, I got it on your notes, I think. They have the barrels up high on the rick house, but then at some point they move them down so that They don't get over oaked because, up high they're. What are you writing down, Brian? Get another bottle, Brian. You didn't overpay for this.
No, we'll talk. There's something about all three of them that kind of throw me off a bit. You definitely know that's proofier than the other two. That's for sure.
Oh, that's good. Oh no, I'm enjoying that. She might not be enjoying the finish on these, as I'm gonna guess. But this one, I don't know.
Oh, that initial palate.
Yeah, I'm not getting the pepper and stuff, but this is really good. I am glad I spent the extra dime on this. Mm-hmm. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna go in a little deeper, okay? I found these all quite enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Now, Deb's the better hunter than me because she got a pair of 10s, and I think you paid like 100, and then was it 110 or
120?
120, yeah. So, still good. We won't talk about what we paid for the 14.
A lot less than what other people were paying.
Yeah. Let's talk about the 10.
All right. The 10, I enjoy. When I came back to it, I get like bananas off the nose. I thought it was very good. I got a little apple, a little caramel on the nose and the palate. Ginger.
Ooh, I kind of like Marianne myself, but okay.
little spice, but not too big of a finish.
Yeah,
it was enjoyable.
I really like the nose, but as I progressed, I like the other noses better.
Yeah.
I got a little tea and char off the nose, and actually, when I was sipping it, I was getting some sweetness. I'm thinking like some variation of a sweet tea. The back was a little bit oaky, and I thought the finish was solid for the proof point.
Under 100.
Yeah, because that's not our jam.
Not anymore.
Let's go on to the 12.
All right, this one, it had a nice nose. It had vanilla, caramely, marshmallowy, I wrote down. When I first tasted it, it was very buttery. I like that. But this one and this one both, at the end, a little too spiced, they got oak forward as they went on.
Okay, so
in the finish.
Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed the nose on this. I wrote down vanilla and toasted marshmallow.
Yeah, I got marshmallows too.
And then, I'm trying to, peg the sweetness there. And I wrote down like creme brulee because it's like the top though. I'm focusing on the top.
Yeah,
when you get the torch out, which I bought you that one year, and I don't think you made me creme brulee in a long time. So we're putting that request in right now, people.
I have to make 6 of them when I make it.
But at the end, it was peppery.
Very enjoyable.
But I don't mind the peppery finish because that adds to the complexity.
Mm-hmm. It was more so than 10. All right, now 14 blew my socks off with the nose. At first, it was just, now that it's empty, I'm getting a lot of oak on it. The first initial nose was like, ooh. The first initial taste was butter and, oh. But as it went down, a little too oaky for me on the end.
Yeah, I think the nose on the 12 and 14 is better than on the 10. Oh, they're equal though. Maybe I should bump up the nose on the 14. I don't know because
the nose on the 14 was good.
Yeah, they're both phenomenal, and maybe that's how I can justify my rating. And my tasting note up front, I don't know what I'm getting, but I wrote down like chocolate-covered cherries or something. It is really good. The sweetness is good.
Buttery caramel up front.
And, really loving that. Where Deb and I differed, the back end, I enjoyed the red pepper and the oakiness. And I'll have to, re-pour these at some point. But I enjoyed it more than I thought.
I think on my bourbon journey, as we've tried all this stuff, my sweet spot is like 10 to 12 years.
Okay.
Anything over that, I'm a little too oaky and not my jam.
Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't turn it down. Trust me. It
Yeah.
was very good.
Yeah, no. I mean, I can go up to 15 and, and that's good for me. But when I'm watching reviews, and, it's not like I was researching it. You're just curious. Everyone was liking the 12 more than the 14 because it was sweeter. And a lot of people were saying, oh, the 14's too tannic. It's too this. It's too that. I enjoyed it.
I put a little bit of water in it. It really calmed it down a little bit.
Well, we're going to have to give you a better pour next time and put the water in because I was a little chintzy on these
Yes,
pours.
he was.
Okay, stick around for our ratings on all three of these.
We're back.
And before we give you these ratings, you got to smash that like button. Deb might want to smash me for spending all that money on this bottle, but she was right there with me.
I got to go back to work.
So she can't smash me, right? We got a pair of 12s. We got a pair of 10s. We got 114. She wants to smash me. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the station.
And ring the bell for notifications.
Ring the bell for notifications. Check out the description for the Patreon, right? Exclusive content and our existing Patreons because, are going to have an opportunity to get a sample of this trifecta.
Yeah. Not too many around.
All right. As I was looking at my ratings, I noticed a mathematical pattern here.
Time for you to retire.
Okay. She doesn't like it when I sigh. Okay. The rating for the 10. What did you give it?
I gave it an 8.
I was close. I gave it a 7-8. I wanted to. It's just the proof and the flavors that it brings. It was really good. This is a strong 7-8. I can agree with Deb on the 8 if I had to. All right. Now for Deb's favorite.
Well, I gave it an 8.5.
And I gave it an 8.3. I'm 0.2 of a point behind Deb on every single rating so far. All right. So 8.3, 8.5, and
14, 8.2.
8.2. You're going to not like me, but it was my jam.
Really? That was your favorite?
Yes. I gave it an 8.
Oh, he does it all the time. It's too oaky at the end for me.
No, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the oakiness and the pepperoni.
Initial sip, I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then the oak came in.
All mine went up by 0.5. All right. That's our thoughts.
Hope you all can try them because they're good.
Deb likes the 12 more.
I'm glad we got 2.
Yes. I like the 14. I thought it was really good.
I want to hit it with the other 12s. Compare.
We'll do that. Last time we did a blind with both 12s. I like batch 2 and you like batch 1, I recall. We're going to see how that works out.
How do you remember these things?
I don't know.
Useless. He can't remember my birthday or anniversary, but he remembers that.
I remember those. You just don't get gifts. I remember everything that's not important. That's what I remember. Okay, so leave a comment below if you've had these and if you have a favorite. Also, maybe a comparison to years past. Thanks for watching.
And remember, bourbon's for sharing. Share this video.
And we're going to share this with our patrons because that's how we roll.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.